Alright, so as you guys saw, we're taking this one apart. We're going to be removing the lift kit, and we're going to be doing something else with the lift kit. So this one, instead of just putting it back to stock, we're actually going to be taking off the lift kit off this one. If you guys don't know, this one does have a 2-4 drop, which consists of front springs, 2-inch lowering springs up front. It has a hanger bracket, and it has shackles, adjustable shackles. So that gives you a 4-inch drop in the rear. I just got to remove the cross members there for the lift kit, and got to remove the whole front off that one, with just springs, right? But we're gonna do the front first, then we'll move on to the back. But yeah, just want to let you guys know what we're doing. And I know I'm not really showing you guys how to take it apart. I have plenty of videos on my YouTube channel here. If you guys are curious on how to take it apart, I have where I installed drop spindles on my Sierra, lift kit, leveling kit, you guys name it, I probably have it. So yeah, I'm not recording any of that for that same reason. Don't want to make the video super long, just want to show you guys what I'm up to. So all right, so I already took off the parts that I needed off the front. Still got to work on the back, but I pretty much just took off the springs and set it back down so you can see how low it is now. Fuck, that's the true meaning of swallow mobbing right there. And here's the stuff I took off it. So these are 2-inch drop springs. We're going to be installing them on this, my Lona right here. Check this out. The guy said everything was good on the lowering kit. You can see this thing's pushed in all the way. It's actually, okay, if I could do it. Yeah, it doesn't want to come out. For those of you guys that don't know, this is supposed to be, when you compress it down, it's supposed to shoot back up slowly, but it's supposed to. You know, and if they're brand new, it goes up pretty fast. But if they're old, it takes a little bit to go. But they're not supposed to be like that. You see this one? Yeah, see this one kind of stays where it's at. Yeah, see the same thing. So these are bad. Hey, mira. The bushings are all worn out. The guy's like, nah, man, the lowering kit's pretty good, pretty solid. Like, how the fuck? Some chingadera. But I think the only thing good on this drop kit from the truck, I think, is the springs and the hangers and the drop shackles. I think I'm gonna have to run the stock shocks up front. I really don't want to do that, but I mean, it's a budget build. I'm not really trying to spend a whole lot of money, just trying to lower this thing. So yeah, a ver cómo nos va. Okay, so we're at the back of the truck right now, and I just want to show you guys. Look at that shit. The bushing's literally gone. Yeah. The guy's like, no, man, it's solid. It's solid. Fuck, no, it ain't. Ni modo. For the back, on the Burgundy truck, I think I'm just gonna run shock extenders. When I bought the DJM lowering kit for my truck, the 050, it came with the brackets. I never used them though because I relocated my shocks. But I think I still have them laying around, so if I find them, I'm gonna have to use them. That way I can run the stock shocks and, you know, won't have to invest money in the back for new shocks. So all right, so we got everything put back together up front. 2-inch drop springs. I'm using the stock struts or shocks, whatever you're gonna call them, simply because it is like a budget build, like I said before. I'm not trying to spend a whole lot of money, just trying to make it work with what I got here at home. So I did grease up everything, those tie rods ends. I installed them last time. I did the lift kit. I pretty much beefed up the suspension, except the upper control arms, which I just did now. Put new ones up there. Old ones were pretty bad. But yeah, I already got everything tied down, and we're ready to put the wheel on. So I know I'm not really showing you guys how to install this, but if you guys are looking to install, I got plenty of videos on my YouTube channel here. I've done drop spindles, lift spindles, coil spring, spacer. I've done it all. So if you guys are curious on how to do this, I got videos on my YouTube channel here, like I said. Just look back on them, and yeah, you guys should be good to go. I'm not really recording a whole lot of this because I'm just trying to get it done, trying to get it knocked out before it gets dark. But we can put the wheels on, and hopefully they don't rub on that liner right there. It's only a 2-4 drop, so shouldn't rub, but you never know. Now that we're done with the front, that's how she sits. Probably has a little bit more drop than what it should, just because the back is higher. Pero ahí va la cosa. Now we're gonna take off the bed. We have 8 bolts holding on the bed. I believe they're 18 mil. Luego tenemos como 2 tornillos aquí. Son T30 torque bit. Luego tenemos un plastic piece right there, like a push pin. And after that, I'm gonna take off the bed by myself. So I'll see how creative I get with that. Here we got most of the lift kit already lined up. Probably gonna tie some ratchet straps to each corner and probably take it off with the cherry picker. We'll see how that goes. Alright, so as you guys saw, we took off the bed, 8 bolts, 2 screws, and a push pin. Bed comes off super easy, especially if you got a cherry picker. It helps you out a whole bunch. If you don't, get yourself a friend, pick that son of a gun up, and take it off. So now we're going to jack up the truck, set it down on jack stands, remove the wheels, and get started on removing the rest of the lift kit, which is the 6-inch blocks, struts, and as you guys notice, it does have already drop shackles in it. I forgot I had drop shackles already. So in reality, the only thing we got to mess with is the hangers right there. And if you guys don't know, these hangers are riveted on there. So we do have to cut the rivets off. Probably take a grinder or something, grind them down flat, and then just push them out. But for the driver's side, it is a little trickier. We do got to drop this gas tank in order to work with the hanger once we install a new one. So it's a little bit more of a pain to do, but the passenger side is super easy to do. But I'm gonna do the driver's side first just because it's more complicated. Like I said, I probably will have to drop the gas tank. So yeah, let me jack up the truck, take off the wheels, and go from there. She's all torn apart. Got the leaf springs out of the way. Got them out of the way because it's just easier instead of trying to work with them still attached to the truck. Regardless, you still got to remove this side in order to work on the bracket, which, you know, we are removing that bracket and install the drop hanger bracket. So yeah, not too bad. You got 2 bolts holding on the gas tank, 15 millimeters. You got a 15-16 bolt that holds on the leaf springs there, and for the back I think it's like a 13-16. Not bad though. I mean, it's pretty simple, straightforward. Next, we're gonna go ahead and start grinding down these rivets there. I got 3 on each side. You only see 2 on this side, but the other one's hiding right there behind that cable. So my plan is I'm just gonna grind them down flat and then just try to punch them out. All right, so we're working on the bracket here. I got the other one completely off. This side's completely shaved. I still got 2 more to go. So for this last bolt here on the very top, it's kind of difficult to get in there if you don't have a small angle grinder. Mine's pretty big.
What?
So it's kind of complicated. So as much as I try to save these brackets in case, you know, I needed them later down the road, it looks like I'm not gonna be able to because I'm having to cut this ear off here. I did that for the other side. Had to cut this, go in and cut this ear off. That way I can go in there and cut that rivet head flush. Maybe if you had a smaller angle grinder, you would probably be able to, you know, get in there without cutting this ear off, but you know, it is what it is. I'm working with what I got. So, and this is what I meant about cutting off the ear right here. That way you can get to that rivet head. So I'm just gonna come in. I still gotta make this a little more flush, but you guys get the idea. So that way I can just cut it off, be done with it. So all right, we got the bracket off. So I want to point out the 2 top rivets, even though you shave them down flush, they're still gonna fight you. So what I had to do, had to grab my drill and a couple of different drill bits, punch a hole right in the middle, and, you know, start your way from the smallest drill bit and work your way up. That way, you know, when you punch the rivet, it kind of just goes with it. Otherwise, you're gonna fight it there. The 4 bottom ones are pretty simple. just shave them down flush. But the 2 top ones fought me on this truck. Same thing with the other side. So, you know, also you want to paint this right here, primer it, whatever. You just don't want to leave it exposed like that because it will rust up and you don't want that. All right, so we got everything put back together for the most part. So we got the leaf springs on there. We got the rear end already bolted up. One thing I do want to point out, depending on your kit, I don't know if it's going to be every kit, but I did have to drill out these holes that were originally rivets. I did have to drill them out a little bit bigger because the bolts didn't want to go in, and you know, it took me a little bit to do it, but you know, I don't know if it's all the kits or just that or this one. So other than that, we got a leaf spring under, but we don't have the bolt tight yet. We left it loose. The same thing with the back one. We left it loose because you don't want to tighten those down until you have the truck down on its own weight. One thing I did do, I did grease up the little bushing here with some grease, just para que no rechine, you know, when you're driving down the street or something. You don't have to, but you know, I just did it just because. Pero got the drive shaft in place. So now I'm gonna be installing these brackets. These are I believe they're called drop shock brackets, something like that, or shock extenders, whatever you want to call them. Pretty much when I bought my lowering kit for my 2005 Sierra, the crew cab that most of you guys follow me for, when I bought the DJM kit, it came with these brackets, but I didn't end up using them because I relocated my shocks. I put a crossbar and I, you know, did all that good stuff. So these were just laying around. I'm surprised I still found them. I mean, it's been like 3 years since I did that. They look a little ugly. We're gonna clean them up. But when you bolt them in place, you got this extra hole here on the bracket. That's because you're gonna have to drill a new hole on the bracket that's welded to the rear end. So it's gonna sit like this. Your new mounting holes for the shock is gonna be right here. You're gonna want to put a bolt here, a bolt there on this side. So 1, 2, then 3 with the back one. So you will have to drill out a new hole. But so far, not too bad. Going from lifted to lowering. A ver cómo nos queda. All right, so we got one of the shocks in place. You can see the brackets bolted up. So the whole purpose of that bracket is to extend how far the shock travels, because otherwise they would be bottoming out since we are using the stock ones. If you're running drop shocks, no problem. You didn't have to do the brackets and all that. But when I did mine, like I said, I did the crossbar and I relocated the shocks. So there's the other bracket bolted up. So all that bracket is doing is just giving that shock, you know, extra room to go up and down so it won't bottom out. That's the whole purpose, but just wanted to show you guys how it looks. So I can roll that Mama Whiskey's place. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I think I like it better the way it sits now on a 2.4 drop. Remember, we went from lifted to lowered, and honestly I think I like it better the way it sits now. And I know we're riding on stocks right now, pero después le ponemos unos 20s, make it look decent. So it didn't come out too bad, honestly, and it rides pretty good. Right now I'm on my way to get an alignment done, but I figured, you know, might as well show you the guys the outcome. Like it. Walk around the back. Yeah, those stocks look pretty bad. I know I said we wanted a color match the whole truck, you know, the roof is painted black, the tailgate and the hood. But you know, other things came and couldn't really do that. So hopefully we do it soon though, because I'm not really digging that look. Get you guys a view of this side. Almost gives it like a drag look, you know, como si fuera pinche troca de carreras, pero we all know that V6 ain't doing nothing. Also, I think with an HD front, probably look a lot better. Don't know what I want to do with this one yet. I mean, I know we lifted it and I thought I wanted it lifted, but honestly, the way it looks now looks a lot better. So, but yeah guys, así quedó. Just wanted to show you guys. I'll probably end up washing it and make another video on it, but just wanted to show you guys the outcome. And I know I said I was going to notch the rear. Honestly, with the 2.4 drop on the single cab, I didn't have to. After we put the bed on there, we had a whole bunch of clearance before the frame would hit the rear end, and it seemed like we didn't need it. And after putting on the bed, tampoco, it didn't really, you know, move from there. So we didn't do that for that reason. But otherwise, you probably do need to if you have a crew cab or maybe even an extended cab. Like I said, this is a short bed single cab, so we didn't have to. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Catch you guys in the next one. Please.